Welcome to a Mode, a platform where young ladies come to get motivated. After a long and hard day of work, the only thing you probably want to do is relax and watch the next episode of your favorite series on Netflix. But there are a few things you can do to make most of your evenings. Doing so will leave you better prepared to face the next day at work. In this video, we will discuss 23 ways to make the most of your evenings. What happens is normally, in the mornings, we are operating at the lowest possible capacity of decision-making ability. Meaning that having a morning routine is beneficial as less time is wasted in making decisions. This is not the case for an evening routine as we have woken up and our decision-making ability has improved. We almost always save any midweek social activities for the evenings rather than mornings. This isn't necessarily a bad thing, it just means that it is much more difficult to form a routine in the evenings, as activities often change daily. Evenings are seen as relaxation time or free time. There's nothing wrong with this, but there's nothing stopping us from being both productive and relaxing. In fact, many of the ideas listed here can improve the ability to relax and increase happiness. To get started, 1. Plan for tomorrow. For us, nothing feels better than getting organized and ready for the next day. Picture this: you've just finished work for the day and head home. You spend the evening relaxing, enjoying some television before heading to bed. The next morning, you wake up and go ahead with your normal morning routine. You get to work and you begin planning your day. In your days, and due to the time that has passed, you're struggling to remember all the tasks that needed completing today. The task also takes longer due to your morning haze and inability to recall information. Does this sound familiar? This is the routine that many people find themselves in, and it's very inefficient. Planning for the next day, before relaxing, can have multiple positive effects on your overall productivity. Firstly, the fact that all your day's tasks are written down in the evening means that the list will be ready for the morning. When you are beginning your workday, your brain often needs assistance in gaining optimal focus for the day. Having the tasks already written down means that focus can be gained by visiting the list first thing in the morning. This also saves time overall. Tasks are written down whilst they are fresh in the mind, rather than spending time in the morning trying to recall them. The secondary effect of daily planning in the evening is that physically writing down tasks on our mind helps us relax. It is a small investment of 5 minutes each evening, which will give you hours of increased relaxation each evening. 2. Review. Do you perform a daily review of your work? You can argue that you are performing a review of your work when you carry out your planning for that day or the next day. We often speed through the day, ticking off tasks and trying our best to avoid distractions. We then transfer any tasks that we didn't manage to complete today onto tomorrow's list. But how do we improve if we don't review our own performance? Allocate 5 minutes of your evening to review the tasks that you have completed that day. More importantly, review the tasks that you haven't completed that day. What went well? Why haven't you completed a specific task? How could you improve? Remember, this goes beyond work. This also includes social and health aspects of life. The review can be taken as seriously as you like. We could simply think about the review points, or write them down. 3. Leave work at work. The first and most important step to getting into your evening routine is actually deciding to leave work at work. When work is over, do not take it home with you, not just physically, but mentally as well. You should be able to leave work and stop thinking about it so that your evenings are really for you, your family, and your friends. When you are still thinking about work over dinner, it leads to chronic stress and severe burnout. Find a work-life balance by deciding that evenings are for you, not for taking your work home with you. 4. Engage in an after-office activity. Upon leaving work, you might feel like rushing home and relaxing, and if that is truly what you need, then, by all means, go ahead. Although, doing something out of the house before heading home can be a nice transition into your evening, especially after being cooped up at the office all day. It can be going to the gym or for a walk, running errands, or even meeting with a friend briefly before heading home. Whatever it is, take some time to not rush home and enjoy the world around you. This is also a good time to check anything urgent off a personal or family to-do list before transitioning into the relaxing part of your evening. 5. Move your body. After 8 hours of sitting at a desk, it can be really nice to move your body, whether you hit the gym, get some steps in on a mental health walk, or stretch it out. Your body will thank you. Make the time for something active in the evening. Remember, it doesn't have to be a run or a HIIT workout. Just something to help your body release tension and stay healthy after a long day of sitting. It can be good for your mental health as well. If you are more of a morning or midday workout person, you can still find a way to passively move your body at the end of the day, such as a little yoga. Yoga is actually a great way to unwind at the end of the day. 6. Change into comfortable clothes. The first thing to do when you get home is to get changed into comfortable clothing. This suggests your mind that work is over and done with and me time has begun. 7. Drink it up. Before you make a cup of tea or coffee, pour yourself a large glass of water. Air-conditioned offices are incredibly dehydrating. Once you feel completely relaxed, it's time to think about what to do with your evening. 8. Create a nighttime routine. Having a nighttime routine will keep you fresh and motivated for the next day. Try to always go to bed around the same time, remove your makeup, eat a healthy dinner, and drink a glass of water before bed. But sometimes the most important part of an evening routine is knowing when exactly to end the day and begin your night of rest. Try to follow these rules and see how they affect you. If you're afraid to make a big change all at once, try to take baby steps until you have perfected your own personal night routine. 9. Boost your mood. If you have a really hard day at work, try to come home and watch a comedy or do something that makes you laugh. It will instantly boost your mood and will make you think more positively. While that might work for some, doing something that will make you happy and laugh can cheer up anyone after a rough day. Spend some time with your friends after work, or go to a comedy club. While laughing feels good on the outside, it actually has a lot of health benefits for your insides, too. Laughing is a great way to relax for the night. It activates and relieves your stress response and increases your heart rate and blood pressure. 10. Alternatives to watching TV. Take a look at the listings while you drink your water to see if there is anything you really want to watch rather than settling down with the remote control. If there isn't anything on the TV, why not do something different? You may pamper yourself, read a book, or call a friend you haven't spoken to in ages. Alternatively, spend some quality time with your partner or playing with the kids. 11. Tuck into healthy food. It really helps to have a meal ready or almost ready to eat when you get home. Make sure the fridge is stocked with healthy staples such as stir-fry ingredients, salad leaves, tomatoes, mushrooms, meat, seafood, milk, butter. 12. Unplug for the night. Make sure you unplug from all your electronics at least an hour or so before you sleep. This can not only let you sleep a lot better, but you can focus on doing things you enjoy doing instead of just scrolling through the internet. Research says people who always check their phones for work emails have a really hard time disconnecting and keeping their stress levels in check. Also, people need to have the weekends and weeknights off to recuperate to feel better on Monday. Try to envision weeknights like a mini vacation from work. The more you switch your work patterns around, the more inclined you are to make a change in your habits. 13. Meditate. While a lot of people like to meditate during the morning to get their day started, it's also pretty beneficial to do those activities at night, too. For some people, meditating at the end of the workday is the perfect way to create a natural boundary between work and the rest of life. For beginners or people who find meditation intimidating, using the breath is a start. 14. Enjoy working on your hobbies. While the day might be about your job, let your evenings be about what you love to do for yourself, that is your hobbies. Instead of focusing on work, why not learn a new skill or read a book you've been dying to finish? 15. Practice self-care. From having a skincare routine to taking a luxurious and relaxing shower or bath to taking care of your direct needs, let yourself have that time and do it slowly without any rush. 16. Prepare for sleep. Do you do through a process of sleep preparation? If not, it may be time to start doing so. Avoid any physically and psychologically stress-inducing activities before you sleep. This is to avoid the secretion of cortisol, which can increase alertness. Also avoid artificial light and screens as this can impact on your circadian rhythm. If your bedroom is not yet sleep-friendly, it's time to make some changes. Here are some ideas. Aim for a cool, quiet and dark environment. Needless to say, you should aim for a mattress which is comfortable for you. Remove any possible interruptions of your sleep. This includes pets also. Aim to engage in only relaxing activities before bed. This could include taking a bath, relaxation exercises, or ideally reading a book. These pre-sleeping habits can develop into cues for your brain, signaling that sleep will follow. We sleep for around 36% of our lives. Shouldn't we do our best to improve the quality of this? 17. Avoid alcohol. Easier said than done? Isn't it? This may be the case for many of us. However, this is killing your productivity. Feeling stressed? If an alcoholic drink is the first thing you think of when you're stressed, it's time to develop new relaxation techniques. Alcohol consumption will only make things worse. Firstly, this prolongs a response to the issue which is causing you to feel stressed. And secondly, your brain function will be lowered after consuming the alcohol and sometimes even the next day. Alcohol consumption is also linked with increasing anxiety levels. Now this doesn't mean you need to completely abstain. However, it's important to know the effect that alcohol has on the brain. 18. Listen to a podcast. Podcasts are awesome. If you're not listening to them frequently, it's time to give it a try. They are the perfect way of turning your downtime into uptime. Commuting? Podcast. Exercising? Podcast. Taking the dog out? Podcast. Having a bath? Podcast. The thing about podcasts is that they are so flexible around your routine. And once we get into the habit of listening to podcasts, it's hard to stop. Sometimes you may find that a podcast is extremely thought-provoking, which can be the source of fantastic ideas, or even solutions to some of your problems. 19. Avoid blue light. Reach for your phone while lying in bed? It's time to cut that out. The use of artificial lights and electronics on evenings is the #1 contributor to our sleep problems. Essentially, some artificial lights and electronics contain blue wavelength, which tricks our brain into thinking it's daytime. In turn, this disrupts our sleep patterns. Improving your sleep quality can dramatically increase your productivity. 20. Avoid late exercise. Exercise is great for sleep, so long as we don't complete it just before bed. Most of us feel highly energized after a workout, which is why many of us exercise first thing in the morning. There is good reason for this. Exercise releases the hormone called cortisol, which contributes to activating the alerting mechanism in the brain. Needless to say, this can interfere with your sleep quality and ability to get to sleep. Try avoiding exercise within 3 hours of going to sleep. 21. Preparing meals. This could be preparing your lunches for just one day, or preparing your lunches for a week. Preparing our lunchtime meals means that we will have healthy meals prepped for the next day or week. By eating healthy meals, we are nourishing our body. We also have the possibility of including optimal brain and concentration foods. Secondly, we are saving time for the next day's lunch break. Rather than spending time searching for and buying our lunch, we can use this time for alternative activities. This could be exercising to avoid the afternoon slump, meditating, or even catching up with work, colleagues, or our friends for a short time. Also, cooking on an evening can actually reduce stress. This can actually become a highly beneficial part of the evening routine before sleep. 22. Have a bath. Have a long luxurious bath with warm water, to help cleanse you both physically and mentally. Remove any makeup, and nourish your face and body with moisturizer, to help rehydrate skin. 23. Keep a tidy bedroom. Keep your bedroom clean and clutter-free to aid a good night's sleep. If you still have work-related worries on your mind, jot them down in a notebook and then close it. To sum up, everybody appreciates the nights when we don't have to do any work and we don't have to go anywhere except in our bedroom and eat cookies. While those are nights we dream about and indulge in every now and then, we also know there can be better ways to spend our evenings. Once we realized that our evenings at home are a great way to better ourselves, our productivity levels will increase. Making the most of the evenings will leave you feeling more refreshed when you return to work the next day. Having a nighttime routine will also keep you fresh and motivated. Give it a try and see if it works for you. Do let us know in the comments below. Thank you for watching Ola Mode. Until next time. Bye.